Have you ever thought about how you could save someone's sight with a blueprint? Well, today we're diving into a document that does exactly that. We're going to break down the science behind the emergency shower, a piece of equipment we probably all walk past, but one that can make all the difference in a crisis. Let's get into it. Okay, picture this. It's not just a what if, it's a very real scenario where every single second is a race against the clock. Those first 10 seconds after a chemical splash, they're absolutely critical. What happens in that tiny window of time can literally decide between a full recovery and permanent damage. And here's the number that becomes your lifeline. 15 minutes. That's the bare minimum amount of time you have to flush your eyes and skin after you've been exposed to something nasty. Anything less, and you're gambling with serious, lasting injury. It's such a simple rule, but the consequences are huge. So, how do you make sure that 15-minute lifeline is always there, always ready when you need it? Well, you create an incredibly detailed blueprint, and in this case, we're looking at Saudi Aramco's Engineering Standard SAES-B-069. We're going to take a peek inside. You know, this thing isn't just a list of do's and don'ts. It's a complete master plan. It covers the whole shebang, from the initial design and installation all the way to inspection. And it's built to handle some pretty serious stuff. We're talking acids, hot asphalt, even gasoline. It truly leaves nothing to chance. So now that we kind of get the why behind this blueprint, let's dive into the how. And it all starts with the water itself. You might think it's just water, right? Nope. As we're about to see, the flushing fluid has to meet some really strict requirements to be safe and effective. There's a whole science to it. And here are the three big ones that make it all work: duration, temperature, and pressure. First, you need that water flowing nonstop for at least 15 minutes. The temperature has to be just right. Not so cold it gives you hypothermia, but not so hot it burns you. And the pressure? It has to be gentle, because the last thing you want is to cause even more damage to the eye. Now here's something that makes perfect sense when you stop to think about it. The water has to be potable. That just means it's clean enough to drink. And the reason is simple, but it's so important. You can't solve one problem by creating another. You don't want to wash out a dangerous chemical just to introduce nasty bacteria into an open wound. This is a really big deal. Let's say a chemical splashes all over your body and your face. You need that shower and the eyewash station to work at the same time at full power. There can't be any trade-offs. The system is designed so there's absolutely no compromise in that emergency response. So we've got the perfect water, designed just right. But what good is it if you can't get to it in time? And that brings us to maybe the most important part: location. When it comes to location, there is one rule that you just can't bend. You have to get to that shower in 10 seconds, flat. And the standard is crystal clear about this. The path to the shower has to be completely 100% unobstructed. Just try to imagine for a second, stumbling around in pain, maybe you can't even see properly. The last thing you need is a bunch of stuff in your way. Every obstacle is a dangerous to life. So this blueprint boils it down to three really simple, logical steps. First, you got to be able to get there in 10 seconds. Second, it has to be on the same level, no stairs or ramps. And third, absolutely nothing in the way. No doors, no ladders, nothing. It creates a straight, fast, easy shot to safety for someone who's panicking. And the planning goes even deeper than that. The area has to be really well lit so you can actually find the station. And this is clever. Wherever possible, it should be upwind from the hazard, so you're not running into a chemical cloud. Plus, of course, it has to be away from any electrical dangers. Every little detail has been thought through. Okay, so we've got a perfectly designed station in the perfect spot. We're all good, right? Not even close. How do you make sure it actually works when that crucial moment comes? That's where maintenance and visibility come in. The system has to be totally reliable. You know, when you're in a crisis, your brain just doesn't work the same way. That's why clarity is so important. You'll find simple, direct, and bilingual instructions like these posted at every single station. They're a clear roadmap for someone who might be in shock and can't think straight. This really is the core principle behind the whole thing. Always visible, always ready. To make them always visible, they're painted with these super obvious green and white stripes you just can't miss. And to keep them always ready, they go through really strict weekly tests. This checklist is all about eliminating failure before it can happen. The weekly flush does two things. It proves the system works, and it clears out any stagnant water where bacteria could grow. The water supply is totally dedicated. No one can hook up a hose to it for some other task. And the valves are literally sealed open, guaranteeing that when you pull that lever, water will flow, period. So when you start putting all these pieces together, the science of the water, the super specific location, the nonstop maintenance, you begin to see the bigger picture. This thing isn't just a shower. It's a complex, deeply thought out system designed for one purpose: to protect human life. And get this, the system even plans for people working all by themselves. In some areas, when you activate the shower, it also triggers an alarm in a central control room. That means the act of saving your own site is also a call for help. It's an incredible detail that shows you the level of thought that went into this. You know, it's easy to get lost in all the engineering specs and technical details, but this quote from the very first section of the document just brings it all back home. After everything is said and done, it all comes down to one simple, powerful mission: taking care of people. This one, Standard, kind of pulls back the curtain on a whole hidden world of safety planning that's all around us. Think about fire extinguishers, guardrails. There's a blueprint behind all of them. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other invisible systems, what other hidden blueprints are out there working to keep you safe right now?
If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, How to Do It. Search for us at How to Do 5 for even more interesting content.